Hey guys, just want to share some of my research that I'm currently doing. I'm just going to articulate and share some of the stuff. All of this is written down on paper, but I'm compiling, I'm researching, I'm pondering, I'm writing. So I figured some speaking and recording would be good. Also, I want to cultivate some people I can share this information with. So right now, guys, everything I'm starting to see, there's this Plutonian, um, uh, Venusian inversion. In terms of if you want to be a powerful person, this is kind of the stuff you have to know about, right? Either you do it automatically or you need to know about it. Everything is inverted, guys. I want you to take like a very, very polarized lens on the world. I don't want you to be polarized. I want you to see the polarity. I want you to depolarize yourself, right? Everything. So everything. Every inversion I'm going to mention here, and I'm just going to go off the top of my head. There's so many of them. Like, for example, powerful people know history. They have context, okay? Not powerful people have no context. They're living in the moment, not in the present. They're living in the moment. Powerful people are present because they're calm, because they know what's going to happen. They've done the thinking, they've done the planning, everything's in order, everything's flowing, right? For non-powerful people, they're not present, right? They may think they're mindless is what they, right? Or they're agitated and confused and frustrated, right? All that mercury flying around in your brain, right? The mercurial energy, right? The thinking, the air signs, worry. Low-class people worry. Truly powerful people do not worry, right? And so this gets into, guys, you got to realize that the point of power is right here with you, right here. And when you understand these things, I'm going to keep on going with some of these inversions. When you understand these things, it's like just by understanding how stuff works, how nature works, how relationships work, and again, just focusing on this Pluto versus Venus, black versus white, Scorpio versus Taurus type of polarity or inversion. First one, I found many patterns over like long swaths of time. I'm going to go over that in separate videos. But in terms of your personal power and easy to understand metaphysics, look at everything in inversions. So okay, low powerful people listen to like pop music. What's popular today? This is an example of how powerful people promote things that keep you in today. So they keep you subjective, making you subjected to them. While the Plutonians, the powerful people who are on the outside looking in and observing everything from this wide angle lens of seeing everything that's going on, right? The true objectivity, right? They see it all. They see how the flow, the patterns, right? That's what happens when you stand outside of everything and you stay calm and you say, I'm going to step back. I'm going to take a look, right? At a minimum, you need to do, everyone does this once in a while at a minimum, but maximum, like you almost want to be here like a big chunk of your time. You want to be calm. You want to have everything already set in motion, right? You don't want to have to run around like crazy with your head cut off. You don't want to have to talk fast, think fast. I'm a fast thinker, but I'm learning to calm that down. Okay, here's some more of those inversions, like fear, worry. That's that non-powerful people have a lot of fear, a lot of worry, a lot of anticipation, right? Whereas powerful people, it's not so much anticipation as they've already figured it out. Like they sat back, I see how things are going, I see the patterns, I see, right? And then they kind of just know what's going to happen, right? And knowing that speaks to astrology, guys, is knowing what's going to happen. In order to know what's going to happen, in order to know what God's plan is, if you're coming at it from a religious place, you got to know the astrology. I know the Bible says no divination. It doesn't even say no divination. It hints at it. But it's whatever, if you don't want to know astrology, you don't even know what's going on, and you just robbed yourself of the power of actually knowing what the actual plan is and actually understanding the design of this world. Other inversions, right? Like I said, the music thing, like, so low power people will listen to pop music, right? What's hot, what's popular now, what's on the charts now. Powerful people listen to music like from history, the songs, the classics, not even the classics like popular classics, like classical, or songs that have marked time, right? That adds to the network in your mind of like understanding history, understanding the flow of it, right? And it starts to help you make connections in your brain, right? You start remembering, maybe you listen to a certain piece of music that from a certain period of time, maybe you're thinking about that composer, maybe you're thinking about the artwork that accompanied it during that time. So now you're thinking about art, right? And that's another reason why wealthy people are in art. It's not just, yes, it is to preserve wealth. Okay, that's fine. But also think about this. Wealthy people and really well-off people would rather have one very, very nice, like $10,000 piece of art that really represents something, and spend their time in a room either with that piece, or, you know, occasionally they'll stare at this piece because it means something to them, right? And so what do most people do? What do most low power people do? They consume endless amounts of new media, constantly just being pumped out. What's hot, what's fashionable, what's right here, more and more and more. Don't you know, like when kids go to school, like, and they get taunted for not knowing, don't you know what's the hottest? Don't you know what's no, I don't know, and I don't care, right? That's what someone who's becoming powerful would say. They're like, yeah, I mean, I've heard of Lizzo, and I can dance to these songs, right? But I don't need to. I don't feel overwhelmingly compelled to pay attention to just what's hot right now, because I know it's going to disappear. It's going to fade. I know most of these artists are going to fade into time, right? I'd rather listen to stuff that I know is going to be around for decades and generations, right? Stuff I know it's going to stick. The other thing too is like that music, that older music that's made it through time, it's so significant. Again, it connects back to astrology, or even if it's not astrology, it connects back to history and understanding history, right? And so just by listening to that, you get a feel of what that time period was like, right? So guys, and this is that greater context, right? Art, history, where that all these things add up to objectivity, just standing back and seeing the bigger, wider picture. Whereas all these other people, these low power people, they're all in the moment. What's hot? What's today? What's the trend? What's it, right? And all this social media stuff, I'm telling you, it can be used to help you become powerful. But more importantly, if you don't understand it, it's more than likely it can easily suck you in and draw you into not being powerful, right? Why do you think they call it a feed, right? Your YouTube feed, your Twitter feed, like your cattle, like you're a commodity and you're being fed, and some algorithm is deciding what you should and shouldn't see, right? That's another reason why you're in here on YouTube. You should be in here. Yeah, look at the home button, but also go back to your subscriptions. I don't do that enough. Like things I've actually subscribed to, right? So there's all these inversions. I'm gonna end it here, but we'll continue this on. There's so many of them. This is potent. Like if you only studied this for a short period of time, like a month, or and you had this instilled, and you kind of went around and reinterpreting your reality from this perspective, I'm telling you that it will make you more powerful. It's been making me more powerful, literally just by knowing the simple metaphysics. And then what my brain has been doing lately, because I'm a thinker, I'm always pondering. My brain is always making connections. I have so many insights. my brain is so on autopilot to making like insights and connections that I almost often can't shut it down. Okay. And actually caffeine actually helps me shut it down. Like, I almost need to smoke in order to, a marijuana indica to actually cap it. Right. So for me, studying this stuff the last month and pondering it and writing about it, I'm going around, my brain starts to ponder, and then I start to say, wait, what state am I in? What state am I in? Right? Because that right there, that is where the power is. It's right there. It's when you catch that moment, you stop, you catch that moment where you're getting off, you're worrying, you're thinking about some stupid crap like a TV show or some gossip from work or celebrity gossip, right? And then you remember, my power is here, my power is within me, right? And then you start to recognize when you're giving that power away. Or not even giving it away, like just wasting energy, like even within yourself. You can give that power away by getting too chatty, by literally some things, masturbating to porn, spending countless hours in front of the television. These are all different ways we give away our time, we give away our energy, and we get trained to be something we wouldn't otherwise decide to be. Okay? So all this stuff, guys, simple metaphysics, it can boil down to just light versus dark. Right? So I love boiling it down to simple concepts. So here's what I want you to do. One, I want you to subscribe, because I'm going to be writing about this. I don't know if I'm going to make a book or if I'm going to produce a course. I don't know yet. I'm still pondering and making discoveries and finding patterns and finding insights. But subscribe, follow me. I'm going to be giving away this information as I go through it. I'm going to record videos. I'm going to do some blog posts, give away free information. But ultimately, I'm going to produce something more comprehensive that helps people become more powerful. All right? Follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you later.